In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a campaign on GearBubble. I wanted to make an updated video here because the interface has changed just a little bit. So you sign in to your dashboard, you're going to see your main page, and then you go over to Launch Campaign and choose Traditional to start, which is a single product that you're going to upload. Now, I should say that I found that this works best using the Google Chrome browser versus using other browsers. For some reason, sometimes other browsers, especially something like Internet Explorer, has problems. Chrome is always great. Next, you want to choose the product that you are going to sell. For this example, let's use coffee mug. Let me hit Next Step. You want to find your design. We'll hit Upload Design, Upload Graphic. And sometimes people ask, by the way, what sizes things need to be. Every time you go to upload, everything is right here. It tells you the max file size, the file types to upload. If you want to do a full wrap mug, which you could do, by the way, by clicking right over here on Use Full Wrap Image, tells you that, the dimensions, all of that stuff. But for now, let's click Upload Graphic, and let's find our graphic that we're going to upload over to GearBubble. Let's use this for an example. I made this on Pixplosion, that new software I just gave everyone. And here we're going to make this a little bit bigger. You can make it whatever you want, but I like it looking like that. You could hit center here if you wanted to. You could do all kinds of things, but I'm just going to do that. If you wanted to have another 15-ounce mug, for example, so you want the 11-ounce mug and a 15, you click Add Other Style and then add in 15-ounce mug. Now make sure you do that versus going over to 15-ounce mug, because then you lose the other options. If you had 15-ounce here, what this would mean is that the default picture on your GearBubble page for this particular product is going to be of the 15-ounce mug. So either one, 11 or 15, you should be fine. If you wanted to do a metallic mug, you could have that, and then you could add different colors to it. For example, here we could hit Add Other Color and then have gold and have silver, so that pink, gold, and silver were all showing. If you want to do a color changing mug, you could just go to color changing, and there are no other colors or anything, but you would just click that and then you would upload your image. But for here, we're just going to have the 11-ounce mug. I'm going to also offer a 15-ounce, which we don't need to. Default color is going to be white. If I wanted to add black, I could, but it's not really going to show up with the design because it's black writing. But let me show you here. It looks like we lost that image when I was showing you all the different things. For base cost, it doesn't really matter what you put in, but if you're using the Amazon integration, you might want to do something like the $14.95 is what I use, but you could use whatever you want. And we're going to ignore the personalized design layer, but later on, if you want to sell personalized mugs, which we go over in the How to Create Custom Products section, that's a great possibility for you as well. I'm going to hit Duplicate Image on back right here, which you don't need to do, but I like to do because then people who are left-handed will also get to see the mug. Next, we're going to click on Next Step, and we are going to come up with a campaign title. If you're using the Amazon integration, then you might want to get your keywords and do all the good keyword research and then put that inside on the title. But for now, I'm just going to do this, Keep Calm and Play Golf. Oops. And again, if you're using the Amazon integration, you might want to take your description in the download center, or if you have your own, put that in there. But for now, I'm just going to leave this. Category, you can leave, it's optional. This is for when GearBubble starts using their search program more, and people can do searches within GearBubble and then potentially buy your mugs. For this one, I guess it would make most sense to be under Other. Tags could be different keywords you wanted to use. It's optional, you don't need to. But I'll just do golf, keep calm golfing. Campaign length is something that gets a lot of people worked up, but it doesn't matter at all what your campaign length is. Don't worry about it, because you can see here, evergreen is always checked by default, which means that every day the campaign's going to start over every day. You're not going to have to go and import anything. All orders are still going to come in just like any other time. This is for people who are selling on the GearBubble platform and who want to make it look like the sales are only available for a day in order to increase their sales, but it's not something that you would need to use at all. Now for the URL, it really doesn't matter what your URL is. You just need to come up with anything. Sometimes I'll just come up with a bunch of letters and numbers. I'll just press a bunch of things. But it looks like gearbubble.com/keepcalmandgolf is available, so I'm going to use that. and I'm going to hit the evergreen's going to be here. I'm going to click I've read and agreed to the terms of service and hit launch campaign. That's it. This is completely new. We can go to view your campaign here and you'll see that this has been created and we have the product images that we can use to start selling our products. Welcome to step 4. This is all about finding keywords, and this is the most updated version of finding keywords. I've updated it recently because I wanted to address questions I saw coming up in the Facebook group and to make it as easy as possible for you. Now, keywords. Why do we do these before we list our products on Amazon, Etsy, eBay, and the other sites? Well, the reason is because we want to have the appropriate keywords to plug into our titles and our descriptions and bullet points so that people can find us as easily as possible. I mean, the thing is, you can certainly take a mug or something and put it on a site, and maybe you'll get some sales even if you don't do anything extra. But the more optimized your listing is, the more chance you have for people to find it. Now, when I say optimized, don't worry, this isn't some big obtuse thing. It's actually very, very simple, and I'll show you. But mostly we just want to make sure that if a buyer is searching for something like yours, that they'll find you. If you have a mug that you think is funny, and maybe you just put it out there like funny mug or something, it's going to be hard for people to find you. If on the other hand you have something that says funny knitting mug, and there are people actively looking for a funny knitting mug, people to find you. If on the other hand you have something that says funny knitting mug, and there are people actively looking for a funny knitting mug, then the odds of them finding you and purchasing your product are a lot more. Looking for buyer keywords. I say this because in doing a lot of mug critiques since the course first launched, I've seen a lot of people put up different products that they think are cute or funny or whatever, but they're not actively going after things that people are searching for. Remember, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, these places are places that have buyer search engines. Someone's going to go on and say, I want to find a mug about scrapbooking, or I want to find a poster about basketball, whatever it is, but they have something in mind already that they're looking for. And so you need that we think are going to be cute, that they should like or might like or something like that. So by doing the keywords, you'll start to train your mind to look for those buyer keywords and to start to only create products that people are actively looking for versus coming up with a kitschy kind of thing. Now, as far as finding keywords, there are several different options. I'm going to go over a couple of my favorite ones. There's ways that you can do this manually, and then there's ways that you can do it automated. Either way is perfectly fine. Like with most things, manually takes a little bit more time, but that's totally cool. It's still not that much time. I'll actually show you first how to go through Amazon and how you can manually check. So let's actually get out of the slides here. Here we are in Amazon, and what I like to do is if I have a design for something, let's say crocheting, I'll start to type into the search engine crocheting and see what people are actively searching for. So for example here, I'm putting in crochet, and you can see that Amazon starts to auto-populate with different things that people are actively searching for. You start to type in crochet mug. Okay, cool. So I see crochet mug is something that is an option that people are typing in. Crochet mug cozy, that's something that is knitted and then you can put around mugs to keep it warm. So that's not exactly what we're looking for. And crochet mug hugs, that might also be a product. But we do know that people are searching for a crochet mug. So what I would do here is just have a new notepad file and just write in crochet mug because I see this is something people are looking for. Let's also go for crocheting and see if we can find anything else. Crocheting mug is something that comes up, so I'd put that here. And then maybe crochet gifts. Do people look for that? Okay, perfect. So now we have even more ideas. Crochet gifts for crocheters, crochet gift ideas, crochet gifts for the holidays, crochet gifts for girls, crochet gifts for women. And so now we have lots of things that we can write down as potential keyword ideas. Now, you really don't need to do this like in a major way. Maybe you just find a couple different options And what I find is that the ones that come up first are the ones that get the most searches. Crochet gifts get more searches than crochet gifts for crocheters, but that one gets more than crochet gifts for the holidays, for example. Okay, so you can see here, it just took a couple seconds and we see different keywords that we could put inside our title and bullet points and description for when we're listing our products. Very, very simple. Now, if this is all you did, you just found some keywords on Amazon and you had them to pop them into your titles, that would really be okay. I'm going to show you some other things that you can do to put a little bit more effort into it if you want to. But really, you are 100% fine if you just end here and you have a couple keywords, even if you only had one keyword that you could put inside the title and that you have something that people are actively typing in to find you, that would be cool. If you want to just end this video right now, you're totally welcome to, as long as you're at least taking that step. If you want to learn how to optimize a little bit more, that's cool too. We'll go into how to do that. But I really want to make sure that you're comfortable with this and you're not feeling like it's anything complicated. Again, you could stop right here if you wanted to. If you are not sure which keyword to go after, because for example, we see crochet mug and crocheting mug, one thing that you can do is do a search for both of those keywords. So here I'm going to just open up some of the first ones for crochet mug, and I'm going to scroll down to their bestseller ranking to see if I were to go after crochet mug, the mugs that are at the top for crochet mug, how are they selling? So I'm going to scroll down here, and we see a bestseller ranking on this product for 299,000 and 299,009. And the way it works is the number one product is sold the most, and then it goes into the millions and millions of products. So this one is selling pretty well, 299,000. And this one, when people search in crochet mug, the number one result for that is number 136,756. Okay, now I'm going to compare that when I type in crocheting mug, because I want to see if people who are typing in crocheting mug, if that keyword is getting more sales than people who are typing in crochet mug. And there might not be a difference. I'm going to scroll down here because these are sponsored postings. And I'm just going to open these keywords to see which ones have the best ranking. We open up this one down here. This one does not have a bestseller ranking at all. This one also doesn't have a bestseller ranking. So I'm going to go after crochet mug because what I'm seeing is that when I'm typing in that mug versus crocheting, it's getting more results. Now, you don't need to go through and do all of that work, by the way. Just going and do the auto typing from Amazon is really totally fine. If you ever have that question, I just wanted to answer that now, just so you know. Okay, so that's how you would do it manually. Another tool you can use is Merchant Words. This isn't something that you need. It's a paid tool that is basically, it was built in order to make it so that you could do a search for a certain keyword like crochet mug, and it will tell you the root keyword crochet mug as well as other variations that people might search for, like we were seeing when we were doing on Amazon, a crochet mug, cozy, crochet mug, hugs, all the different words, as well as how many people search for it every month on Amazon. So you can get a more definitive picture without having to check bestseller ranking of what people are going after. And then you can also easily cross-check for other keywords. I'm actually going to take you over there and show you how it works. By the way, I am not an affiliate for Merchant Words, but we do have a coupon code that someone in the Facebook group shared that'll get you this tool for $9 a month. And so if it's something that you're interested in, check under the video to get that coupon code. It'll save you, I think, $20 a month or something. And again, like I really want to drive home the point actually before I show you that you don't need this tool. You can certainly manually do it. I don't want you to think that you need to sign up for a bunch of things in order to make low-hanging system work. I signed up for this months after I started everything, but if you want to make it as easy as possible from the get-go, you have the budget, awesome. Okay, so here we are inside Merchant Words. I'm going to do a search for crochet mug, and here are the results. First one, crochet mug, looks like 900 searches a month estimated, and then we have a bunch of other keywords that are searched for less than 100 times per month. Something with 900 keyword or searches per month, I would certainly write down. I think anything really like 5,000 searches a month or less, great. Even less than 10,000 is great. If something starts to get higher than 10,000 searches a month, I usually won't use those keywords. It's not like I have a set formula or something, but generally the more searches per month, the more competition there's going to be. And because this is all about low hanging and we're not trying to go after these huge keywords that we're going to have to optimize for, I generally think the less searches, usually the easier it is to get ranked for. Although sometimes we have some winner keywords that have lots of searches and not much competition. But for this, for example, for here, I see a crochet mug, and I'm also going to look for other keywords that, even though they have less than 100 searches per month, that we could still add to our list, because even if something only gets 20 searches a month or something, if we're the only person or one of the only people with that design on Amazon, then it's a very easy sell for us. It's a low-hanging sale, right? So I see crochet mug. Mug crochet is the next keyword, which I'm not going to paste because it's the same exact words here as crochet mug. Let's see, crochet coffee mug is another one. Now you'll see when we get to listing our products, each word counts once in the title. So if you said crochet mug, crochet coffee mug, I would only really add coffee to that. So I'd say crochet mug, coffee, or something like that. I wouldn't say crochet mug over and over. But for right now, just to kind of keep this going really quickly, I'm going to copy everything fully, and we would keep just scrolling down, copying everything. Now you could also easily search for other things like crochet gifts, and then you can start to copy down the things that come up for that. So we see crochet gifts, crochet gift set. Now maybe you only have one mug, so crochet gift set wouldn't make sense, but maybe you have a pair of different mugs that you can do. We talked about how to do that in the Gear Bubble category. Then crochet gift set would make sense. And then so on. If you wanted to look for other different root keywords, you could certainly do that too. Crochet gift ideas. Sometimes you'll see something like crochet gift ideas for women or for men or for whatever. You could do that as long as you wanted. This isn't something that you need to do. I really want to drive this home. There's another tool that does keyword research that I use sometimes. It's over at rachelrofe.com/AMZ. But for the purposes of not making this video too long, I'm not going to go over how to use it in this video, but I will make another video explaining how you can use it and also how you can use it for other things. I just wanted to let you know here that it does do keyword research if you're only wanting to subscribe to one other tool. If, again, you really don't need to. The sweet spot, what we want to go after the most is products that have more searches and the least amount of results. For example, if I go into Amazon and I do a search for crochet mug, I see 958 results here for crochet mug and 900 searches per month. So that's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of searches and not that much to compete against. Really, anything under a couple thousand is pretty easy for us to get to the top of if we just have the right keywords. Now, for example, crochet gifts. Now we have 30,000 keywords or 30,000 results to go up against, and crochet gifts has 3,600 searches a month. So only 4 times the volume, but 30 times the results that we have to compete with. So that's not something that I would use as a main keyword or something. Sometimes you'll find, we're going through and we can find some things. You'll see in the critiques when I go over different mugs for people, sometimes we'll find some really awesome sweet spot keywords. Obviously always the best case scenario is finding things with a good amount of searches and not that much, but I wouldn't get hung up on this. The only reason I even really cover it a ton in the critiques is because I'm trying to show everyone every possible option. Amazon, the keywords on Amazon, either manually checking or using a tool, that's usually really all you need to do, just doing those Amazon keyword searches. As you get into the critiques later on, you'll see that I talk about other things like looking in comments and finding keywords and all this stuff. You 100% do not need to do that. I generally never do that. I was just in those critiques trying to give people as many options as possible to see the different types of keywords they could go after, especially if they were doing things for free and they didn't want to sign up for any tools or anything like that. But usually it's very, very simple. You just pop over on Amazon, start typing in the root keyword, you get some ideas, you have your list, and you're good to go. We'll go over in future videos how you could take those keywords and optimize them into a title. But very, very simple stuff here. Don't overcomplicate this at all. And hope this helps, and let's move on to the next section.